manga was the worst hobby ever?
Well,
come on, there's no bad hobbies.
How you doing? How you doing? Come on, sit down, because today we're talking about my least favorite thing in the universe. This is not me paraphrasing. This is a spectacle.
Like, apparently I
We're
got
talking
points and
about
I'm like, fine.
cave diving. I know. It might seem odd that a large
Cave
obese,
diving? I don't think I'll
middle-aged
cave
man
dive.
wouldn't like to crawl into a tiny little dark corridor. No, I'm claustrophobic as shit. And these videos online of people cave diving, I have so much anxiety. I
have anxiety too.
Like, one of the scariest horror movies to me is The Descent, just because of the cave diving aspect. The little goblin inbred mutant people, that's all cool. It's metal or whatever, but them getting stuck down there, no. Don't like that. Adrenaline
No,
junkies
what
have
happens?
some of the most
Like,
intense
you get
hobbies.
stuck. There was an incident where, like, I think a group of boys did that and they got stuck. Yeah, I don't want to get that
on the
stuck either.
planet. Whether it's skydiving, volcano boarding,
I would
what
never
the f-
skydive.
is that? Or train surfing, like the app. People will do just about anything to chase that high, the high of that point right at death's door, and you pull back. Oh,
Can send
good
it
dive.
to
Because of this, we've seen
and it's
an
for the
increase
first
in one
half.
particular extreme sport, which is caving or cave diving. Caves have always interested
Why?
mankind, but as we move more into the modern age, we stray further and further away from our Stone Age roots, as in that was millions of years ago. Why are we still fucking around caves? We have
Yeah, if I don't want to go to a cave. I think this is just pushing me to be like, yeah, just go jump in a hole, Cass. It's totally fine. You want to go explore what our ancestors are up to? No. Can I just stay home for a bit? It's the adrenaline rush. I still don't want to go.
McDonald's.
I could probably
Just
learn
gonna say
that in the
again.
History
We
Channel.
have McDonald's. There's no reason to be in the caves.
We have indoor rock climbing now.
We have indoor rock climbing.
Yeah, there's
Those
no
are the
point in
plastic
outdoor-
foam-covered
yeah.
rock climbing walls. Some people, however, find it exciting to find and explore various caves across the world. What deters most people, as you would expect, is the tight squeezes and
God, I
isolating
can't
darkness
handle
and
that.
the inevitable death and the coffin-like sensation. I'm not going to keep going on, but I can see
I don't
where
like
people
it.
are like,
Back into the Stone Age would be wild. Can you imagine, like, all of a sudden, technology's like, oh, I don't even know how to deal with that. I'm too thick for To be honest, I don't think I would be too thick, too. I'll be like, yep. God, especially if you're claustrophobic, that's going to be, like, not fun.
territory. No person has crawled through here. The only people that have crawled through here are snakes, rats, and ghouls. And now me, Terry. I'm one with the ghouls and the snakes. Cool, dude. You're awesome, Terry. Thousands of people
Thanks,
partake
Terry.
in this hobby, but some people never come out. So grab some spare batteries and knee pads as we unearth the dark, dangerous world of cave diving.
I think I'm stuck.
Oh, God. I don't like this, chat. Hold on. Oh, my God. That is actually loud in my ears.
The first question that people ask
Holy
when learning
crap.
about this bizarre hobby is, and I don't blame them,
There's
what
this very high-profile case where a bunch of kids were trapped in the cave and a couple of cave divers that helped make the... I think that's the one I know about. That was
Lord.
insane.
Why
Adrenaline rush.
on God's green earth
Hi,
would
Sion.
you do that?
It's good to
And
see
the
you
obvious
again.
answer is that it's the adrenaline rush. It's the
Yeah, oh,
near-death
see?
experience. It's about conquering something that has not been conquered. Yada yada yada. But many
I can do
cavers
that
have a
with
long
roller
list of reasons
coasters.
as why it appeals to them specifically. Some say that it's a good way to work out the body. We have gyms.
I was about to say, there's a gym. I could just go to a gym. Why do I need to go rock climbing and go cave diving? Ah, yes, death. Home gym.
Beautiful
Home gym for
trail
me.
walk on that. While others claim that the intense risks and challenges build strong bonds with other like-minded people, aka it's like being in an asylum, but in a cave. You make
Yeah.
friends with other crazy people. You make friends. Ghouls and snakes. That's what we are. No. And they crawl into a hole. I don't get it, Nick. I don't get it. Certain hobbyists say they do it for the thrill of exploration and being the first to see what lies beneath the
I
Earth's
could watch the
surface.
History
One
Channel.
quote, you see a tiny hole big enough for your body to fit through, and you wonder what's on the other side. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Imagine just seeing a hole, and you're just like,
See, if I see that hole, I'll be like, nope. Not today. Nope. I would avoid that.
what could be down there? I can fit down there. wanna go down there.
What would be down there? Bears?
Yeah,
No, I don't
okay,
think
hold on,
bears would
wait.
be down there. A snake?
Leg in the air
Probably.
kicking. Oh god, the ultimate
Oh,
achievement
God,
of
that's
a caver's
worse.
career is when they push through one of those tiny passes and discover huge.
The
cavernous
hole
space
leads to the
on
back
side.
room? Okay, I ain't touching that. I'm sorry.
Never before discovered. Which I will say, things of this nature that are so extreme, that would be like a huge. That would be a huge nut busted. Right? That is an actual conquer of mental and physical proportions that I have not done. I get excited when I finish a Lego set. That's my load. Okay? My load is a Lego
That's that.
set.
Don't
All right?
worry
So
about that
clearly,
load.
I do have respect for people that are that mentally ironclad, but they scare me as people. I'm like, that person, I don't know where he's going to be in 10 years. I think negative thoughts. I don't know. I'm sorry.
He's gonna live in the caves.
If you like it
Why-
so much, why don't you just live down there? What if
Why
every
can't you
cave
just-
diver's house was a series of tunnels?
That's my load as it's a phrase. Run that back? No.
You get a snack.
And they burrow like a mole rat.
You go to take a piss and get a glass of juice. I can't turn around.
I can't
Give me
turn
your
around.
torch. Give me your torch. Your aunt is dead in the corner. Aunt Brenda, you went to go get juice too? That would actually be a great.
That's funny.
A creepypasta story.
Yeah, the cave house.
Yeah, my dad might have taken his hobby a little too far, or whatever.
There you go. Write it, fans. Write
Yeah, mine. I gotta write it. The most insane part is that some people do it simply to test their mental fortitude, as the closed spaces and darkness truly test the mind's limits. One cave diver named Jacob Sanders told of how he was once stuck in a deep crevice on his belly inside a cave. He said,
So
he
what
had
did you
to
do?
strip down to his underwear.
Bruh. That's the worst. God, just the fact that I had to strip down my. If I had to be in that situation, no. I guess this is my life. I'm gonna miss you, chat.
Just to fit through the tunnel. Not only that, but he had to use just his toes to inch himself along.
What
entire
the
time, his back was
fuck?
getting
What happens?
shredded
What
by
happens if your toes didn't work? Especially how you're squished. What are you supposed to do? What happens if your toes, like your toe, you can't feel your toes? Like, what do you just? You're stuck there. I'm glad his toes are good, but then what happens if the toes didn't work? Like he can't feel his toes.
rocky ceiling. And once he got through, however, he claimed that it was an amazing experience. You basically just went through a giant cheese grater. Your back is torn to smithereens. You got piss in your underwear. You're standing there, shoes untied.
You know where
That
it's all
was awesome.
Well.
You.
Video is sponsored by
No.
our partners at
No. Thank God I can jump ahead because I can do that.
Over. We're back to the fun time.
I'm guessing that feeling is like you're alive, right? Because you're.
Oh
like,
my God,
panting.
there
Yeah.
has to be. That has to be the biggest dopamine.
Oh
Also,
shit.
in a
Okay,
weird-
we got ads. Don't worry. Okay, I'll be right back.
I
Become
don't-
the
I might be
earthworm.
overstretching this,
Perfect.
but it could
Welcome
be a
back
thing
from
you
ads.
appreciate every day.
Yeah.
Way more. But then, see, it's the thing. It's like getting a tattoo or something where it's like once you get one, so it's like once you go and you come out, you're like, I gotta have that again.
So they keep doing
Is
it.
that
It's like it's like a
Scotsman?
drug. The first time that you probably overcome that, you're probably like, oh my God. You probably are like, I didn't know I could do that. All this newfound confidence, life is brighter. But it's like the extremes those caves must go. Because then now you're all pretzeled up in a fucking deal and you're like,
The fact that you,
boring. It has to be tight.
the fact that you have to move that much, be like, ah. You're doing like these weird poses too, just to squeeze through. Damn, I already do that in bed. I don't need to do more. Just and then to the point my body stops moving because of the rocks pushing my
Until
bones.
I feel like there are people that push it too far and they get themselves killed.
And then they say, "Fuck, I shouldn't have done this."
Oh, God, get out of here. This is gonna be so.
Cheeseburger. Oh, hey, speaking of my booking next to my tattoo appointment. Oh gosh, darn it, Scotsman.
If
Then he's gonna be like, I did it
If
again.
there is not a hard cave diver, then there are none at all. Because they always thought it was like, yeah, I feel like that's why they focus. Yeah, my back was scraping up the thing because their cock has been getting shredded to pieces the entire time.
That's literally what we
Yeah, they
just
call
talked
their
about.
cocks farmer thumbs because they're all calloused and shit. Or watch out, farmer thumb coming in. It's a good harvest. Good harvest.
Good harvest,
Whatever it is,
man.
There is something that draws people to the underground, and this addiction is not something new. The term spelunking grew in popularity
Like-
around the 1950s as a way to describe basic cave exploration. And since then, cave diving has exploded from an amateur hobby into a global industry. Caves are now national tourist attractions protected by federal laws, and thousands of people each
See,
year
I
travel-
can go unless because I think there is one near us, but apparently, like, I'm okay if it's a tour guide. At least there's a tour guide walking us, and there's like stairs to take to see like the caves and stuff. I'm okay with that. I don't think I would go by myself and suffer the pain just to like
To
squeeze
receive
through
guided
rocks.
tours and even eat inside cafeterias. deep
Okay,
in
no,
the-
I would actually go there. Oh, I actually kind of want to go there. Like especially if this is like already set up, I would go there. This reminds me of an episode of SpongeBob. There's an episode of this.
ground. There are also jobs that go beyond tour guides. Geologists work tirelessly to preserve the caves, and even NASA scientists go into them to collect
I
data
respect
on the
our
caves to help
scientists.
future missions to Mars. The number of explorable caves has exploded, and the community has come up with many odd names for certain caverns, caves, and more.
Should I be
Names
concerned?
Such as Beelzebub's hairy ring piece. That's the devil. Orgy hole passage. And of course, you can't forget Fat Man's Misery. Some spelunkers, do you think they hate fat people?
Oh yeah.
That's me projecting as a fat guy. I'm like, those little twinks don't like me.
Do you think they bring fat people?
Yeah, exactly.
out?
Ooh, I don't think you're gonna fit. They like, there's like a hole this big. I don't think you're gonna fit. Fat ass. His feet are kicking into the earth whenever he gets inside. I'm like, you son of a bitch. He's like, yeah, can't catch me. Burrows into the earth. You know what's also good with caves too? We have some of these in Alaska where I live. There's like storage facilities.
Oh,
entire
yeah, that's
storage
cool.
for like cold storage and that stuff. And they burrow underground and make like caverns. But it's like a thing where the deeper you go, the colder it gets, I think.
Yeah, I was
Data
gonna say
centers,
it
too,
could
so
be
people
cold.
put tons of servers in those too. I always thought that was kind of interesting. And
That's
creepy, 'cause There's
cool.
like ring lights down there, but I'm like, imagine that goes out. Now you're just kind of stuck underground. Okay? Within each cave or
Damn,
cave
no electricity, and it's cold. Dang.
feature is a difficulty ranking system that tells divers what they're getting into. Guides will list each one at a level system from 1 being not too bad to 5 being you need some experience. Okay? Because
No,
of social
5 is
media-
when you decided, like, yup, I'm doing it for the thrill. AKA thrill equals means death.
We are not only seeing this hobby grow on a massive scale, we're starting to see a greater number of cave diving.
Oh,
creators,
good.
And this is where I say stop. Enjoy it yourself. Don't show the world. It's a plague. It is a plague on the eyes and the
It is a
senses.
plague, I
Like,
agree.
I'll be in bed, like all tired. Watch my phone, whatever. And then I have seen cave video. I cannot stay on them that long. Seriously, I'll like move my blanket off me. Just that feeling of something
The
on
feeling,
me. I
yeah.
can't do it, man. Because of sites like YouTube, many people are being introduced to the fascinating and horrific world of cave diving. Over the years, numerous caving channels have popped up and gained millions of views, documented their adventures. One
Jesus
of the more
Christ.
well-known channels, Caveman Hikes, is a father-son duo who live to share with the world their caving endeavors, traversing through some of the roughest and snug caverns out there. And I will say, this guy, steel trap brain. There's been times we sit there and he's like, there's a nest of spiders.
The amount of spiders in here is significant.
Ah!
see that.
No,
It's
no, no,
Insane.
no.
And
Sorry,
his son,
skipping that.
It's crazy that this kid's just like, yeah, I think I can fit. Goes through, no, I can't. And then to just have the mental clarity to not just be like, I'm dead.
Yeah. I'd be
Because if
freaking
I
out.
went through it, I'm like, I mean, there's no way. It really shows like how if you just freak out, you'll kill yourself.
Oh yeah, you'll panic.
That's
You'll
true.
pass
I
out,
c-
probably-
yeah, you gotta like be
That'd
calm.
probably bust your head too. Trying to, like,
Whatever, yeah.
there was that one YouTuber who put his girlfriend in and to see how far she can go.
Wait, a creator?
Yeah.
Did she want to?
Yeah, she wanted to.
Oh,
Okay,
that
good.
made it sound like he was just like, he's like,
Ooh, can you imagine they just forced? Oh my god, I was like about to be freaking out. Like, did you force your girlfriend who didn't want to do? Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem.
climb. I don't want to get in there.
But she got to a point where he just kept explaining like what was coming up, and he's like, "This is the hardest part."
Like the squeeze or whatever. people
yeah,
call it.
and then this one was like a weird like loop thing, and then I think she got past it, but when she was in the next room, she started panicking
Mm-hmm.
because I think it started to settle in of like that was hard to get through. How am I gonna get back
Mhm.
out?
I wonder how much. Of
Yeah,
that was
I
going
would
into,
freak
do you
out
have to
too,
prep
like,
people,
like, you
it is
finally
going to
got it
be a
out,
mental
like,
hurdle. You'd have to think
found
of
a way to
something,
go
too. I
in,
mean,
but
if
then
you've
how do
been
you
in
get
there, too,
out?
I bet he was probably pretty good about being like, you made it through, we can make it back out. If you made it in here, you can make it out, kind of
That's
thing.
yeah, he was.
And
pretty
obviously
good.
they did,
Yeah.
or whatever. So,
Push, honey.
That's where you're like, no, dude,
Yeah, shoot.
they're down there still.
See, that's when we're talking about creepypastas. That's what I was thinking. You go down into the cave, but you
Not
come out a different
creepypasta.
person. You stay in the cave.
You go in the cave as a 15-year-old white girl, and you come out as a 48-year-old Puerto Rican guy. Creepy pasta. That would be a creepy pasta too. Mi amor. Mi amor. It'd be like, what?
They're for the first of two. What are the
Where's
scans so
Jessica?
far? Hi, Basket. Oh, hi, Sarcastical.
No. Yeah. Keith Edwards is another YouTuber with over 50 million views on his caving videos. His most popular video, Caving Claustrophobia Killer Cure,
Okay.
shows him and members of a local caving club diving through a flooded cave. That's
Oh.
something to get to, man.
Oh, yeah.
And they go underwater. Why? Gasping for air with each inch they crawl.
Well, yeah.
That was awesome. His channel doesn't solely focus on caving. Strangely enough, his other massively popular videos revolve around elaborate short films about Thomas the Tank
Oh,
Engine.
Thomas the Tank. I mean,
caving and Thomas.
Which I just want to say, that is so sick. I love the idea of just being like, I'm going to go basically die and then come back and you're just like, Thomas. Yes. Chew, fucking chew.
Have you seen the clip of the guy who missed the air pocket when they were doing underwater caving?
Oh, no.
He started freaking and then he like almost drowned the other guy.
what the heck? Ooh. That's me.
But yeah, he came up and
Oh, man.
I would.
I just... Go.
No.
black down there. Can you imagine if your light died in the water?
I literally have to scroll until I find like a video.
I would be scared if your flashlight goes out, you can't even see anything, and you don't even know how to get out. Oh my god.
Of like, I don't know, like a basset hound like walking in slow motion. That's what settles me. It's like basset hound videos, or like a bear, and he's like in the woods, and he's like scratching his back on a tree or something. I'm like, oh, look at him. Or a big turtle eating a piece of cabbage. That gets me too. Love that. I'm already okay now. I was kind of distressed. Now I'm all right. You can also find archives of old caving documentaries.
Guys, if you ever stuck in a situation when you're in water and you feel like your light's about to go out, just think of a turtle eating some lettuce. Just think of a bear scratching its back on a tree. Think of what did he say what the other one is? The bee, I don't know, a dog. Slow motion. Yep. Think all of that. You're welcome. Just think happy thoughts. Think lots of happy thoughts.
Drew, a film producer for the BBC, filmed hundreds of videos of cavers during the 1970s and 80s. His work inspired a whole new generation of people to go and explore caves, which I will say, that's like my favorite thing about YouTube is shit like that. I love those old like documentary style videos.
Ooh, I
I'm
like
sure those would be
those.
pretty interesting. The iPhone has made it, and the GoPros have made it so personal where you're like, I think I'm gonna die. Like you're like you're right there. But I feel like there is some interesting stuff. And also too, the amount of like old documentaries that you just don't even think about. Like I saw this one of a Scottish guy. He like rides a bike across these mountains and just like he hit all these whiskey bottles everywhere. And he's just getting drunk as
Ooh.
going to visit a friend. And when he gets there, she's not even home.
He's
He
like,
just
"Alright."
gets on his bike and rides back like 20 miles. Like holy fuck. The idea of cave diving on its own is already terrifying for most people. As you can imagine, there are also cave diving horror stories that can be the stuff of nightmares for these people.
Good.
Which is people getting stuck inside of caves. In the
Oh,
town of
that's my
Oudtshoorn,
fear
South
too.
Africa, the Congo caves are a popular tourist attraction where guests can get guided.
I mean, to be fair, this looks really pretty though, chat. Like I would join that. Would you? I feel that looks pretty. Well, it's picture. If we actually go there, I feel like it's gonna be worse.
Tours through their rocky tunnels. And during one of the tours, an obese woman was advised not to enter the caves because of the potential for her to get stuck. Her husband got into a dispute with the staff and forced them to take her through.
How dare you not let my wife go through just because she's fat? Please let her do. Okay. Well, we're doing it for no, let her through. But we're really like we're trying to help her, like, you know, because she. Oh my god. It reminds me of, it's not cave related, but I still remember there was this one TikTok where someone got pissed off because she couldn't ride a horse, and they literally told her like, you can't ride the horse because you're like big, and she made a whole complaint, and then people got pissed off at the farm or whatever, and it's like, yeah, sorry, oh, my bad. I guess we can't. I would say, but we can't crush the horse. But what you're saying makes a lot of valid sense. Yes.
That's a brave woman.
The horse is
gonna
back.
say-
No.
First cave, I was like, my ass is not making it through this deal. The beginning of the tour features a 2-foot squeeze labeled the Tunnel of Love, otherwise known as the dietitian's dream. As the woman attempted to fit through, she slipped and got stuck sitting down with her feet trapped underneath her. Ugh. She was so large that she was perfectly sized to be pinned underneath the rocky ceiling and couldn't move a single inch. And
Oh
behind
my
her were
God.
22 other guests, including 6 deaf people and a bunch of kids. Staff attempted to free her, but eventually had to call 911, and a 20-person
God.
rescue crew was flown in by helicopter, accompanied by numerous EMTs on site. All those stuck in the cave were given blankets and food while the staff tried to free the woman. They had been trapped in there for so long that EMTs had to climb over the woman to administer insulin for the diabetics. And after 11 hours, first responders were able to free the woman by lubing her up with petroleum jelly and pulling her free with a winch. Old reliable, baby. That's how
No
you get out of the cave.
reliable.
Once everyone was out of the cave, the woman was taken to the hospital and treated for minor injuries. The $3,000 rescue ended up boosting tour numbers as curious visitors flocked to see the exact spot where the woman had gotten
What?
stuck. Which is kind of true. Oh, it was here. Wow.
You think they have a photo up
Whoa,
with her?
that's where she
To
got stuck?
me, you
Whoa.
have to. If anything,
At
I would
least
have that up
they're
there 'cause
getting
it's like all the
money.
people being like, you should not go down there.
Yeah.
It's a trophy.
Yeah.
You know?
How about
Should've
when
listened.
it says, don't go down there because you're obese? Don't go down there. Maybe they know a little thing or two.
Well, I could see someone, I bet you it's probably like tourists or something who are like, I traveled all the way here. I want to go through the fucking thing. I'm sure it's fine. And lo and behold, you're just perfectly sized to not make it through. And you need literal petroleum jelly. Many caves have large pitfalls that require rappelling, and sometimes equipment failure leaves people trapped at the bottom and puts their mental state to the test. The UK has one of the largest caving communities on the entire planet, with numerous locations to explore and groups to join. The Easgill Caverns have been labeled as one of the most complex dives in the UK. Once a group of 6 men ventured inside, and after 3 hours, they tried to exit through what is referred as the tube. The biggest of the group made his way to the end until a large spike prevented him from fitting through. The entire time he was crawling, water was pouring in on top of him.
Oh.
And when he reached the end, his body blocked the flow and caused it to pool all around his head.
Oh.
Literal nightmare.
I'm gonna die. After panicking, his friends behind him made a human chain and pulled him back through the tube.
Thank
It
goodness,
took another
friend.
4 hours to exit as they took all kinds of alternate routes. God, dude, 7 hours. Also, I want to say,
7
good
hours?
friends.
Yeah.
Good
Those
friends.
are fucking smart dudes where it's
Good.
like, how do they preserve energy and battery packs so long? I'm sure people bring a shit ton of stuff, but still, good to be prepared. A lot of dumb people would crawl and be like, oh, we'll be in and out there in no time.
And then your flashlight.
I mean, imagine actually sitting there in the dark and you have nothing. I mean, like, what? Do you just sit there?
Yeah, you have to like be
You sit there and
like
you try to
100%
climb.
prepared for these
Depend-
things.
I'm on the verge of a panic attack.
If your shit dies, you better know which way like is the exit.
How would you know? What is
That's
up,
the
what
thing.
is down?
There's no map, right? Like you're just, it's like a guess. Is there a map for like cave diving? I feel like they just like, yeah, let's go to this map. Like we're going to this cave. Is there a map for it? No. So how do we know where to go? We'll just follow our instincts. Siri ain't gonna do shit.
You know, in these caves you have to go down to go back up, or so, like something crazy. You would be so f***ed. If a guy was like in pitch black and he was able to make it out, that is insane. And that is like a thing where I'd be like, God is real.
I would just be praying to God that I die peacefully.
I would say, yeah, God, have a fucking snake crawl through and bite my neck, so I can just be like, oh man.
Or the ghouls take me and raise
Yeah.
me.
Let the ghouls have my skin, God. At least let the ghouls prevail. Crawl through. Oh boy. It's common sense
boy.
to avoid caves during rain. Yet some people still ignore the obvious risks to fuel their attraction to danger, which I'll be honest, I wouldn't have even thought of that. Okay, it's kind of cloudy. You think
I'm
it's
the main
going off? Oh, that's a
character,
cool day.
bruh, and then they like don't want to follow that map. Someone probably got like the map to McDonald's instead. It's like, oh, sorry, I followed. What happens? They thought they found the map on Google's and be like, yo, I found a way to get out of the game. Oh, sorry, I routed to where McDonald's is. Why'd you route it to McDonald's, Gary? I don't know. I think I got hungry.
It's gonna be cool down there. and then I drowned. During monsoon season in Thailand, a coach and his 12
Yes, this one. I've heard of this story.
Cave to perform an initiation ritual in which new team members write their names on the cave wall. The team ventured about 2.5 miles.
I've
from
heard
the
of this
entrance before
story.
A flash flood began, and the cave was being filled with water. Which maybe you've heard of this story. The cave
Yes.
they entered was notorious for flooding, especially during
Yeah,
the rainy
I heard of
season.
this
Parents
one.
began to worry as hours passed with no contact from their kids, suspecting that something went and saw their kids' bikes parked outside.
Go make double.
Can you imagine driving up on all your kids' bikes and you see like water gushing into the cave? Ugh. Police were alerted and a rescue together. Divers struggled to make any progress because of the rising water and strong currents, despite water constantly being pumped out. Inside, the group had built a shelf to keep themselves out of the flood water. And the coach
aren't they
was a former
young?
monk who taught the kids breathing techniques to conserve air and keep everyone calm. Like, it kind of fuck up, be like, dude, why the f did you take them down there? But at the same time, too, a monk literally being like, let me tell you how to, like, center the fucking universe in yourself. To a child, mind you. You think it's easier for a child
Oh my
than
God, how do you-
if an adult's like, oops, okay,
Kids
just calm.
freaking
This
out.
is
Shut the fuck up. Calm down. Let me tell you about inner peace. Oh, they're stuck in a cave. Probably
an
died.
adult would be like, we're gonna die. I feel like children would be more susceptible to be like, okay, I'll listen to you.
Oh,
Versus an
yeah.
adult being like, you don't know what the f you're talking about, and diving
Yeah,
in the water
I
and
feel like
whatever.
maybe that'll help them
Eventually,
calm
international
down.
aid
To
from
me,
the
I would
US
just
and Europe
panic more.
arrived and began to establish guidelines in the muddy water. Progress was slow, but after 9 days, British divers located the group of 13 survivors alive and well. Over the next week, the rescue team came up with a way to extract everybody inside. A pulley system was installed in the flooded sections, allowing the boys to be placed in
Oh,
a
thank
bag
goodness.
alongside an air tank while being guided through the water.
Water?
One by one, everyone
Oh
was
God,
safely
I'm gonna
removed from the
die.
cave and taken to the hospital. All the boys had to have masks put over their eyes because their eyes were too sensitive to the sun from
Oh.
being stuck in darkness for 2 fucking weeks.
That's
God,
insane.
they're stuck
Yeah,
in
I
the
heard
dark,
about
too.
that.
Everyone inside the cave would make a full recovery, and in total, 1 diver died while trying to deliver air and was honored for his sacrifice.
Oh, the poor soldier. What the heck?
Which that is an actual fucking hero.
That's a
That's like
true
some
hero.
Hercules shit. That's
Yeah.
like Greek mythology.
Oh,
level
07.
hero.
We
Put a picture
respect
up of
that
our
guy.
boy.
Respect him. That was
This is a moment of
insane.
silence, dude. I'm like legitimately looking up to the fucking heavens because I know like he's getting his dick sucked left and right by all kinds of like angels and stuff, and God's just like, you get party 24/7, motherfucker.
And then you had Elon Musk making the
Oh, was that during the Elon Musk time when he called?
You know what? Don't bother showing the video. We will make one of the mini sub pod going all the way to the K5, no problemos. I fucking hate you. That's actually.
The guy a pedophile? What a fucking loser. Dude.
Fuck
Jesus
you.
Christ. Entering a cave,
Jesus
especially alone,
Christ,
can
that's
be
insane.
Especially dangerous. Too many people get overconfident in their abilities and end up in terrifying situations. Thankfully, there are dedicated teams that specialize in cave rescue that save hundreds of people every year. Unfortunately, not everyone can be so lucky. Yeah, I mean, that would be devastating too. Being your job, having to go in and save people, all those lives, and how many times do you go on and like, or the inevitability that you can't save fair, but I'm just saying, like, that's insane. Many cave expeditions can be fatal. Near BYU, there is a cave called the Cave
Picking
of
up
Death.
Pokemon opening stream? I need to figure that out. I gotta look at my
We should go in there.
schedule.
The
We should
entrance for
do
the cave
one.
is a
I only
small
have 2
4-foot
boxes
tall
though.
cavern that
So
leads
it's
to
not
a
much for a
flooded section. The
Pokemon
water-filled
card
passage is
opening.
only 18 inches wide, 20 inches tall, and 15 feet long. It's fun. On the other side is a large room that could hold up to
My brain went to another direction looking at this picture. I keep that thoughts to myself.
6 to maybe 8 people. And in 2005, a group of 5 friends decided
Four
to
basketball
explore the
packs in
cave
my-
around
in my
3 a.m.
floors.
after their friend
Dun,
Jennifer
dun,
Galbraith
no!
detailed the near-death experience she had exploring it on her own. An hour later, they began their journey together. Jennifer Galbraith, Blake
You don't even know what I'm
Earl
thinking,
Sims,
chat.
Scott McDonald, and Joseph Ferguson crawled through the passage. Joseph soon realized the risk, decided to hang back and wait for them. Smart. According to the reports, the group had successfully made it to the other side after a brief swim through an underwater passageway. Eventually, when it was time to exit the cave, they ran into trouble. The lack of oxygen caused them to panic, and Ariel was the first to swim back towards the exit. The group was waiting for her to pull up on the fastened rope to signal that she had made
Of
it through.
Lugias, and I have
but
the Lugias
she
from every
never
set.
did.
Let's go!
Meanwhile, Joseph had been waiting for
Congratulations!
45 minutes and
Lugia
decided
is
to head
awesome. I
back
love
and ask for
Lugia.
help. Joseph is smart. Have more friends like Joseph. When rescuers arrived, they started pumping out water and sending oxygen to the cave. And it didn't take long before all the bodies were found inside the flooded
Aw.
crawl space. They had all died trying to escape.
Fuck.
Police believe that
Damn.
all 4 members died after Ariel drowned underwater, blocking them from exiting the passageway. This is like, and hearing these, they never get easier. And then every time I'm always just like, but why did you go? Like, it's just a thing where you want to smack them and be like, but why? And I
Yeah.
understand, you know, that it's like a hobby and people want to do it, but man, just hearing these things,
And then
like
she
imagine
said-
getting a call in the middle of the night and be like, yeah, they found your daughter's body in a cave or something. Oh my God, good fucking Lord. As kids, fast food play places were an endless maze of fun and
Oh, you
adventure.
don't-
Like the McDonald's play place. There's nothing weird there, like shit, piss, and dirty syringes.
It's
But it's
just
important to remember as
nice.
adults that the colorful tubes are meant for kids.
I feel
only.
like-
Kong Adventure.
They're not colorful now. Now it's like more. Do they still do those? I don't even remember because I remember that I saw them before. Now it's just like I don't think they have them. Do they have them?
Adventure Center, that's right, bitch, we're going to a play place. Kong Adventure Center is a family-oriented activity venue where people can take their kids
Nah,
to hike,
damn.
climb, run, and cave dive. Within the complex is a massive network of fiberglass tunnels created to simulate a real cave with large
See,
rooms
that's
and
where
narrow
you can go
passages.
there.
Carl
That's
O'Keefe
fine.
was at a birthday party with his niece, and at some point during the party, he ventured inside one of the artificial caves and began to explore. Why, Carl? While inside,
Why,
he came
Carl?
upon a tight tube and tried to crawl through. Realizing that he wasn't going to make it all the way, he tried to turn back, but this was impossible because he had become stuck inside. He tried to adjust his body inside the tubing, but the more he squirmed, the more his body compressed. Realizing he was in trouble, he began to scream for help, and staff rushed to his side. A 911 was called, and firefighters and cave rescue teams arrived on the scene. Carl was trapped inside the fake cave for multiple hours until rescuers removed a section of climbing wall and cut him free from his fiberglass fissure. He was quickly rushed to the hospital, suffering from serious crushing
Carl,
injuries,
why?
including organ failure. After 10 days in recovery, Carl would pass away from his injuries.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
God. My God. Also, too, yeah, you keep swarming, and each time you go into, it's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
like
say, it
literally
makes
your
it
body
worse.
just compressing even more. My God, man. Also, too, how fucking devastating for those kids.
Oh yeah.
Man.
They don't get to play in the play place now.
That's the weird part. It's not even a real cave. It's a fake one. What the?
Some people are not interested in dry caves. They need something more extreme.
Oh, yes.
Underwater cave diving is slightly
Underwater,
more popular than
that
regular cave
sounds
diving, but
great.
10 times as dangerous. 31-year-old Miroslav Kuklish decided to go diving alone inside an underwater cave in
I would
Pognasia Bay,
drown.
Croatia.
Because
Before
I don't know
going
how
down,
to
he told his
swim.
friends and family where he was going and descended into the flooded caves. He started
that's
his descent
spelunking
at
nonsense.
9:15 p.m. and by 12:15 a.m., the police were called to cave entrance after not hearing from Miroslav. When divers were
Train.
able to safely
Sorry,
enter
there's
the
a train
cave, they found his
outside.
body
Train.
54 meters below the surface in a part of the cave called the Deep Gallery. After discovering his body, officials were horrified to find a massive diving knife in his chest.
Whoa.
What?
When the autopsy was performed, it showed the knife had entered deep into his
What?
chest. He was still alive when he was stabbed. Because there was water in his lungs indicated he had partially drowned. At first, people believed he had been murdered inside the cave, but there was zero evidence indicating anyone else was inside or around the cave.
I thought
when
we were
Miroslav
watching
entered.
funny
As
videos.
more
It's not
evidence
even
was
funny.
compiled, a new tragic theory emerged.
It was funny,
Along with
not
the
this.
autopsy, investigators did a routine inspection on his gear and found that they were functioning normally. But his air tanks were completely empty. They also noticed that the cave floor was filled with a thick layer of silt. Most shocking of all, they realized that the knife actually belonged to Miroslav. Once all the pieces were put together, it was obvious that Miroslav had taken his own life once the air tanks ran out, so he wouldn't drown. It's believed that he took a wrong turn near the entrance to the cave and entered the deep gallery instead of the shallow gallery. Realizing he had made a mistake, he tried to leave, but because he had kicked up a large cloud of silt, that blocked his vision. He spent the remaining air desperately searching for the exit. Man, dude, you can drive that into your own chest too. Underwater, you know how much force you would need for that?
It's fucking badass.
Well, it's just like, I guess it's just a thing of just like, that just shows the horrors of drowning too. Like, I would rather stab
Yes,
myself to
that's
death
why
than
I
have
would
to, like,
never
sit
go
here and
to a
drown.
cave like
I mean,
that.
Like, you know, fog,
Like,
there's no way you could find
water, I
anything.
stay
And
out.
There's definitely no light source coming into the gallery, the deep gallery. Though these stories are all well known, none of them compared to the infamy of the Nutty Putty cave incident. John Jones was an
Nutty
avid caver who had
Putty?
years of experience squeezing his body through Earth's tightest passages. During a group of exploration in Nutty Putty Cave, just south of Salt Lake City, he split off from the group and went down a tunnel in search for the feature called the Birth Canal. Unknown to him, John had traveled down an unmapped route and found himself needing rescue. During his crawl, he squeezed his body through a slight bend before entering a near vertical drop. Basically, he was in the cave and he was completely upside down stuck, like in a coffin, basically a stone coffin. As he continued down, his worst fears were realized when he reached a dead end. He tried multiple times to free himself, but his 6', 200-pound frame wouldn't bend around the entrance, and he was stuck upside down. John's brother, Josh, was the first to discover him, failing to pull him out before crawling out to call 911. Multiple teams arrived and evaluated the situation, leaving them with 3 options. They could break John's legs and pull him out, drill around him and clear a path wide enough to free him, or create a pulley system to try and shake him out of the crevice. Time was limited.
Why do I
The
feel
longer
like-
John remained upside down,
why do
the
I feel
greater
like
his risk of complications.
it's gonna
His
be
heart
the
was
bad
already
option.
struggling to circulate blood properly, and if left there too long, his organs would shut down. Breaking his legs would be a last resort, so they tried drilling around him, but the drill jammed and broke down.
Oh, of
And
course
pulley
the
system was
drill
hooked up to
jammed.
John's feet, but as they began to pull, the equipment snapped, dropping him deeper into the hole and wedging him further in. For 28 hours, he
Oh,
was fed
shit.
water and sandwiches while hanging upside down, as rescuers worked tirelessly to save him. But sadly, John's lungs and heart began to fill with fluid, causing his vital signs to slow and eventually stop. Even after his death,
No.
rescue teams continued searching for a way to extract his body. After a week of failed recovery attempts, the cave was sealed with concrete to become his final resting place and basically just prevent people from going in and seeing his body. And there's just no way to drag him out. It's a fucking horrifying tale, man.
Aw.
Listen, if you want to feel a rush of adrenaline, there are plenty of options you can do other than caving. Like I said, finishing a Lego set. Legos
Legos
you'd be
solve
surprised
everything.
The adrenaline you get. Exploring caves and crawling
And
in the
opening
dark might
packs
sound
is also great too. That's also the fun one.